Hey, it's Lucas, and today we're going to be trying Prosecco for the first time. Make everyday moments a celebration with Prosecco, a sativa-dominant hybrid that blends the effervescence of champagne skies with the fruity sweetness of apple fritter. This strain is the perfect companion when hanging out with friends, enjoying a charcuterie board on a beautiful day. Prosecco's terpene profile is dominated by limonene, caryophyllene, and myrcene, which results in a funky, creamy, and fruit-infused aroma. The same bouquet of scents is mirrored in its flavour, giving each puff an unforgettable and joyful experience. Known for its uplifting effects, Prosecco is a great choice for social gatherings and for those times when you want to keep the conversation flowing. So this is the Prosecco right here. You've just seen the close-up, so I'm going to go ahead and dive right into the looks. They are medium-sized nugs, a couple of bigger ones and mostly smaller ones, but nice dusting of trichomes on there, lots of purples, a little bit of green. I honestly think these look really, really nice. I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. Actually, no, I think I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself there. I did pull off a couple of stalks, so I'm going to knock it down just a little bit to 7.5. Next up is a smell, and this smells absolutely amazing to me. It smells like sugar-dusted, creamy gas. It's really good. Mainly creamy is the first thing that I get with the undertone of gas, and the sweetness really just punches you in the face. It's got everything going on here, everything that I really like. Creaminess, sweetness, just a hint of gas. I think I'm really gonna like this. I'm gonna give the smell, I'm not gonna give it a straight 10. I think that I'm rating this high because I've had nothing but medical lately, and the medical is, honestly, as much as I try to be nice about it, it's fucking trash. So I'm trying not to overrate this right now, but it smells absolutely amazing. I'm gonna give it a 9. I've got to give it a 9, and that's just for the whole mug, so wait until I've ground it up. That's what she's looking like, all broken down, nice and purple and mixed in with green there. It's fairly dense. It hasn't broken down straight to powder. It's not that fluffy. It's kind of in the middle, but mainly towards dense. This smells absolutely incredible broken down. The creaminess and the sweetness just explodes. The gassiness is still there. It is very much an undertone. It's not going to punch you in the face with gas, but I feel like it's definitely there. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so creamy. I can't wait to smoke this. It's got to be a 9.5. 9.5 for the smell. So this is today's joint, and it's been a long time since I've done one of these videos, and it has never occurred to me to, usually when I roll my joints, like most people do, I twist off the top, and then for these videos I will twist it and then cut the top off so that I can get good airflow for the dry puff. Never once has it occurred to me to just not twist it and then just burn that off at the end, or twist it before I light it. Never once. So this is a joint. It looks terrible because I actually back rolled for this. For some reason in my brain I thought that I was going to roll a really small joint and that I would need to back roll it, but this would have been fine to just normal roll. If you're wondering why it looks so bad, it's because it's back rolled. But anyway, we're going to get into the dry puff. I haven't done a dry puff in such a long time. Hopefully this gives me a lot of flavour. Medical bud has no flavour, let's just be real about that. It's got no fucking flavour, and you have to try really hard to find one. This, well, just fingers crossed that it's good. Here we go. Creaminess immediately. Very sweet. Reminds me a lot of gelato. Definitely that's what I'm thinking when I hit this. The creaminess is straight up gelato. There's no, I don't know what the parents of champagne skies or apple fritter are, but this to me tastes 99.9% like a gelato, maybe just a tiny little bit sweeter. Super creamy. That is the main thing. I can't really pick out any specific sweetness. It's a little bit like icing sugar or like cake icing or something like that. I mean, obviously icing is made from icing sugar, but yeah, that's the vibes I get from this. Just cream dusted with icing sugar. I feel like I've just psyched myself out to think that there's a little bit of apple in there, but that might be because it's a cross of apple fritter, but there's a little bit of fruitiness. I'm going to say apple because fuck it, I've thought it now. It's like sweet apples. I'm thinking like a Red Delicious or something. I can't think of any green apples that are actually sweet, so let's go for a Red Delicious in a bowl with cream dusted with icing sugar. That's what I'm getting from the dry puff. This is my perfect flavor profile, so I'm gonna give the flavor, I'm gonna give it a 9. Fuck it, straight up 9 for this. It tastes so good. Okay, just so that all of this doesn't fall out, I am actually gonna do what I always do with my joints, which is exactly what I'm doing right now. Waggle it about a bit, make sure that the filter's not gonna fall out, because I've done that a few times, believe me, it's not fun. Twist it off, and boom. Terrible, terrible, terrible little back roll joint. Before I actually light this joint, I need to remind myself that this is street bud, not medical bud, so it's gonna be better, regardless. And I need to be a little bit more harsh on this than I would be on medical bud, because most street bud around me anyway, I'm just speaking for myself, if your street bud is bad, then sorry about that, not my fault. And the street bud around me is good, so it's gonna be good. I need to remember that it's going to be good and judge it harshly, and not judge it based on what I've been getting on medical, because this would be straight 10s across the board if I did that. So just keeping that in mind right now. And I can't remember what I gave the looks already, but I'm going to knock it down a little bit, because compared to the rest of the street bud, it's still good, like it's still decent, but it's not incredible. I'm going to give the looks as of right now 7.5. I'm going to give the smell as of right now still a 9, just because I personally think that it smells absolutely fucking incredible, and the taste is also staying at a 9 because it tastes really good so far. Hopefully, if this doesn't burn clean, I'm going to be really fucking mad. Right, okay, first smoke of the day, Prosecco, cheers. First taste is paper, like it always is. I will say that as I was sparking it, it smelled fucking horrible. Like, it didn't smell like bud, it smelled awful. So I don't know what that was about, but second hit, let's see. Spark on this is terrible. You can tell that it's been a long time since I've rolled a joint. Well, it's not even been that long, actually. It's been a little bit, but I'm just trying to make excuses for myself. I'm getting like a zesty sort of lemony taste from this. Nothing about the smell suggested a lemony taste. The burn's not looking positive right now, but I'm going to take a couple more hits and then I'm going to ash it and we'll see where we go from there. The creaminess is really coating the edges of my mouth and the sides of my tongue right now, giving me a really nice lemon cheesecake sort of flavour to it. I've really rolled this joint badly. It went out and now it's starting to canoe down the side. Suddenly it's gone really tight. just terrible all the way around from me. Terrible roll. So we're about 2/3 down. The burn is super uneven, like it's black as fuck there, and then it's white on top. It's just all kinds of fucked. I think that's my fault. Genuinely think that's 100% my fault. I am going to roll another joint, not in this video. I'm going to roll another joint, just a regular joint. I'm going to put probably about 1 gram in there. Try and roll it nicely, not back roll, just regular. See how that smokes, and hopefully that smokes a lot better than this, because this is bad right now. I'm going to jump into the rating, starting out with a 7.75 for the looks. I was debating with myself because, like I said, had a lot of medical that's looked like shit recently, so I wasn't really sure, but I do think this looks nice. On second inspection, this looks actually quite... I was going to say quite really nice then, but it looks quite nice and it looks really nice. So yeah, 7.75 for the looks, and I just think that it's cured really well. I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but I'm going to try snap a nug. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. I should have done it at the beginning, but I forgot. I'm going to try and do it now. That sounded really, really nice. Hopefully the mic got that, but like, just, I don't think the camera's going to pick that up, but it's really nice. So 7.75 might even be underselling it, if I'm honest, but that's what I'm going to stick to. The smell for me at the whole nugs is getting a straight 9. To me, is everything that I like. It's creamy, it's got a slight little bit of gas to it that's not overpowering at all, and it's really, really, really sweet. So 9 out of 10 from me, and then when you break it down, it only gets better, 9.5. I think overall, I'm going to give it a 9.5 because it just smells absolutely incredible. 9.5. And the taste is interesting because on the dry puff it was a straight 9, and then when I lit it up it went down a little bit. It tasted more lemony than I was expecting. I wasn't expecting lemon at all, to be honest with you. It doesn't taste like Prosecco, the wine, if that's what you're thinking. Prosecco tastes like shit. Granted, I've not had good Prosecco. I've only had supermarket brand Prosecco, but it doesn't taste good. So I'm glad that it doesn't actually taste like Prosecco. As I've been talking, the flavors have built in my mouth. It's really creamy. It tastes like gelato, and I'll be surprised if there's no gelato in this. In fact, I'm going to look at the pairings because it's bugging me. So after a quick Google, there's no gelato in this whatsoever, but to me this tastes quite a lot like a gelato. That's what I'm going to say. I haven't had gelato for a long time, I will say that, but immediately as soon as I tasted it, my brain went, that tastes like gelato. Super creamy now in my mouth, but as I was smoking it, there was quite a lot of lemon in there, which to me, I could have done without. I could have done with a sweet, different type of fruit, but what I got was lemon and cream. It tasted like lemon cheesecake. I'm not complaining. It was nice. It wasn't what I expected, but it was still nice. Flavor wise though, I am going to give it probably... I'm battling with myself here because I want to give it an 8, but then I'm thinking to myself, is it really an 8? Or is it just a little bit lower than that? I think I'm going to give it a 7.95 just to satisfy my own brain. That might be unsatisfying for other people, but I don't want to give it an 8, but I don't... 7.75 sounds far too low, so 7.95 for the flavour. It burned like shit, I'm not going to deny that, but it could have been me. I do think that quite a lot of that was my fault. Like I said, I'm going to try roll a different joint, not right now, not on camera, but I will let you guys know in the final review when that comes out, whenever that happens to come out. I'm going to throw this in the vape at some point as well because I feel like this is going to taste really, really good through the vape. Lately I've been convincing myself that the Mighty doesn't taste good because the majority of medical bud has no flavour. So in my brain I've been going, oh well, this Mighty shit, there's no flavour from it, but I think that's just the lack of terpenes in the medical bud. I'm going to throw some of this in the Mighty, not today, but tomorrow. I feel like it'd be a waste today because I've been smoking and it probably won't hit right, just for me personally. I'm going to try it tomorrow morning. I haven't talked about the effects yet. I'm just ranting, so let's actually talk about the effects. I gave the looks 7.75, smell 9.5, taste 7.95. Now the effects are weird because I don't feel like super stoned or anything like that. I know I said at the beginning of the video it was the first smoke of the day. I lied. I forgot that I had a bong rip almost as soon as I woke up. I don't usually do that, but I did today because stress. But yeah, it's not the first smoke of the day, but there has been a good period of time then. It was about 9:30 that I had the bong rip, and it's now just gone 20 past 2, so there's been a good amount of time. I feel, as you can tell, I'm just fucking waffling. This is sativa dominant, and I can really fucking tell because I don't even think I've taken a breath in the last 2 minutes. I've just been chatting and chatting and chatting. I don't particularly feel energetic in my body. My body actually feels quite relaxed, but I feel like I could just carry on talking and talking and talking forever. This is a very social feeling strain. I don't want to go out and do things. Like I don't feel like I've got energy. I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to go into town or to a bar or coffee shop or anything like that. I would be very happy to jump online, put my headset on and play a game with some friends, or invite some friends over and be in the same room and be social that way. But I don't, it's probably just a me thing that I don't want to go out in public after smoking this, but I don't want to go out in public anyway, so that is what it is, I guess. But I do feel semi-sociable. I could definitely talk. I don't want to do anything physical, so it's not a energetic high or anything like that. But I also don't feel like I could go to sleep or watch a movie or anything like that. I don't think I could focus on that. I feel like I very much want to... Well, I want to play video games right now, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to go play Stardew Valley. But yeah, it's not energetic, but it's also not relaxing. My body feels good. My shoulders actually feel... I can feel them, like, physically relaxing as I'm talking. But if I tried to smoke this and then sleep, or like I just said, watch a movie, I don't think I'd be able to do it because my mind is very active right now. This could be good for the daytime, for me. It could even maybe be for the afternoon if I need a little pick-me-up, but I don't need energy. So, for first time trying this, effects for me, I'm unsure right now. I don't know if I've ever been completely unsure, but maybe like a 7, because I do feel good, and I do feel talkative, and like I've just said, but there's no energy to it. Like I'm quite animated as I'm talking, but I wouldn't want to like go to the gym or something after smoking this. I'd just probably end up sitting outside of the gym. So for the last time, first time, bro. Ignore that. So for my first time trying Prosecco, I would give it an overall. I'm going to bring it down a little bit because I want to give it a high score, but overall, everything included, I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm going to give it a 7.75 overall based on the effects. The looks, the taste, and the smell were all very, very good, but I'm unsure how I feel right now. I'm going to have to really experiment with this at different times of the day and see how it makes me feel. I already know that I don't want to smoke this after, say, like 8 p.m. if I'm going to sleep. Anytime between, say, 9 and midnight, I wouldn't want to smoke this because my mind is too active. So it wouldn't be a good nighttime strain. Maybe, like I said, in the evening, anytime between when you wake up and probably around 7 p.m. If you smoked it at 7, the effects, depending on how much you took, maybe would have worn off by like 9 o'clock or something. So I don't know why I'm telling you this. This is literally, I'm thinking about me here. I'm talking to myself as if I'm my own viewer. I'm just gonna stop. I've just been chatting shit, literally. So if you made it to the end, Prosecco gets a 7.75 for now for the first time trying. I haven't done a first time trying of some non-medical weed for a long time. I think it's been about 6 months or something like that. The last non-medical weed that I tried for the first time was jelly sherbet, I think, and that was very nice. I almost got some of that, but I went for the Prosecco instead so I could make this video. And I'm glad I did, because it really does taste nice. If you like this type of old school video where I try the bud and I show the bud and, you know, I'm smoking and stuff, then leave me a like, leave me a comment, tell me if you've tried Prosecco, the strain, before, and also the wine, because the wine's, it's not good. It's really not good. Obviously I can't do this for the medical ones or else nobody will see them. I can only do it for the non-medical ones, but it's fun when I do this, and hopefully the viewers that have been here since before I got back on medical will enjoy this, and also some of the new people that have come in from medical that aren't really uptight like the people on Reddit will also enjoy this. Let me know. I'm gonna stop now. Subscribe. Peace.